Everything about eggs, with detailed explanation. Eggs are a staple food of many people around the world, but they're also highly controversial food. Are they healthy or not? Do they raise cholesterol? Should you eat only the egg whites, or opt for yolks? In this video we are going to cover all the facts about eggs, so that in the end of video you will get most of the answers of your questions. Watch the video till end to know amazing facts about eggs. Let's start with introduction to eggs. Eggs have been eaten by humans for thousands of years. The female animals of many different species produce eggs. But the most common choice for consumption is the egg of the chicken. Lots of dishes are prepared from egg. If you have a craving, there's probably an egg dish out there for you. But eggs aren't just a popular dietary staple for their versatility and taste. Eggs are also really healthy. Some people even refer to them as the original superfood. They are loaded with nutrients, some of which are rare in the modern diet. Both the white and yolk of an egg are rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals, and yolk also contains cholesterol, fat-soluble vitamins and essential fatty acids. Eggs are also an important and versatile ingredient for cooking. Their particular chemical makeup is literally the glue of many important baking reactions. The egg has taken its place in religious, as well as in culinary history. In Christianity, the symbol of the decorated egg has become synonymous with Easter. Health benefits of eating eggs. 1. High nutritious food. A single large boiled egg contains selenium, folate, phosphorus, vitamin A, vitamin B5, vitamin B12, vitamin B2, decent amounts vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin B6, calcium, and zinc. An egg contains almost 77 calories, 6 grams of protein and 5 grams of healthy fats. Eggs also contain various trace nutrients that are important for health. In fact, eggs are pretty much the perfect food. They contain a little bit of almost every nutrient we need. 2. Contain choline. Choline is a nutrient that most people don't even know exists. It is an incredibly important substance and is often grouped with the B vitamins. Choline helps to keep brain cells healthy, specifically by strengthening their membranes and helping them keep their structure. Choline has a role in producing signaling molecules in the brain, along with various other functions. The symptoms of choline deficiency are serious. It can lead to problems like mood disorders, poor memory and learning, muscle spasms, and fatty liver disease. Whole eggs are an excellent source of choline. A single egg contains more than 100 milligrams of this very important nutrient. 3. Helps to lose weight. Eggs are incredibly filling. They are a high-protein food, and protein is by far the most satiating macronutrient. Eggs score high on a scale called the satiety index, which measures the ability of foods to cause feelings of fullness and reduce later calorie intake. In a study of 30 overweight women, eating eggs instead of bagels for breakfast increased feelings of fullness, and made them automatically eat fewer calories for the next 36 hours. 4. Benefits for eye health. One of the consequences of aging is that eyesight tends to get worse. There are several nutrients that help counteract some of the degenerative processes that can affect our eyes. 2 of these are lutein and zeaxanthin. They are powerful antioxidants that accumulate in the retina of the eye. Studies showed that consuming adequate amounts of these nutrients can significantly reduce the risk of the two very common eye disorders, which are cataracts and macular degeneration. Egg yolks contain large amounts of both lutein and zeaxanthin antioxidants. In a study it is found that eating just 1 to 3 egg yolks per day for 4 to 5 weeks increased levels of lutein by 28 to 50% and zeaxanthin by 114 to 142%. Eggs are also high in vitamin A. The most common cause of eye problems in the world is deficiency of vitamin A. 5. Helps to lower the triglycerides levels. Their nutrient composition of eggs varies depending on how the hens were fed and raised. Eggs from the hens that were raised on pasture or fed omega-3 enriched feeds tend to be much higher in omega-3 fatty acids, and higher in vitamin A and E. Studies showed that consuming omega-3 enriched eggs is a very effective way to lower blood levels of triglycerides. Triglycerides, a well-known risk factor for heart disease. In one study, eating just 5 omega-3 enriched eggs per week for 3 weeks reduced triglycerides by 16 to 18%. 6. High in quality protein, with all essential amino acids in the right ratios. We all know that proteins are the main building blocks of the human body. Getting enough protein in the diet is very important. Protein is used to make all sorts of tissues and molecules that serve both structural and functional purposes. Eggs are an excellent source of protein, with a single large egg containing 6 grams of it. Eggs also contain all the essential amino acids in the right ratios. So our body is well equipped to make full use of the protein in them. Eating enough protein can help with weight loss, increase muscle mass, lower blood pressure and optimize bone health. 7. Raise HDL, the good cholesterol. HDL stands for high-density lipoprotein. It is often known as the good cholesterol. People who have higher levels of HDL usually have a lower risk of heart disease, stroke and other health problems. Eating eggs is a great way to increase HDL. In one study, eating 2 eggs per day for 6 weeks increased HDL levels by 10%. 8. Reduce risk of heart disease. For many decades, eggs have been unfairly demonized. It has been claimed that because of the cholesterol in them, they must be bad for the heart. But many studies published in recent years have examined the relationship between eating eggs and the risk of heart disease. LDL, low-density lipoprotein, is generally known as the bad cholesterol. It is well known that having high levels of LDL is linked to an increased risk of heart disease. LDL is divided into subtypes based on the size of the particles. There are small, dense LDL particles and large LDL particles. Many studies have shown that people who have predominantly small, dense LDL particles have a higher risk of heart disease than people who have mostly large LDL particles. 9. High in cholesterol, but don't adversely affect blood cholesterol. It is true that eggs are high in cholesterol. In fact, a single egg contains around 186 milligrams of cholesterol, which is over half of the recommended daily intake of 300 milligrams. However, it's important to understand that cholesterol in the diet doesn't necessarily raise cholesterol in the blood. Actually, our liver and intestine produces large amounts of cholesterol every single day. When we increase our intake of dietary cholesterol, our liver simply produces less cholesterol to even it out. But every individual is different and the response to eating eggs also varies individual to individual. In 70% of people, eggs don't raise cholesterol at all. In the other 30%, eggs can mildly raise total and LDL cholesterol. However, people with genetic disorders like familial hypercholesterolemia or a gene variant called ApoE4 should limit or avoid egg. Now let's move to some precautions related to eating eggs. 1. Bacteria. People are advised to avoid eating raw or undercooked eggs. Raw and undercooked eggs may contain a harmful bacteria called salmonella. This bacteria can be found on egg shells and also inside eggs. We should always try to eat cooked eggs. In fact, the cooked eggs increases the bioavailability of protein, which means our body absorbs more protein. It found that 94% of protein was absorbed from the cooked egg, compared to only 74% of the raw egg protein. 2. Storage and cooking. Eggs should be avoided if their shells are cracked or if they are past expiration date. It is recommended that eggs should be stored in the refrigerator. The USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, states that if eggs are left out at room temperature they can sweat, making it easier for bacteria to move into the egg and grow. Never leave cooked eggs or egg dishes out of the refrigerator for more than 2 hours, or for more than 1 hour when temperatures is above 32 degrees Celsius. Bacteria that can cause illness grow quickly at warm temperatures. When cooking eggs properly, they must be cooked thoroughly until the yolks are firm. Difference between brown and white egg. The answer to this question is quite simple, that is, no difference at all. The difference is all about the chicken. Brown eggs are more expensive than white eggs because of the difference in the hens that lay them. White eggs are laid by chickens with white feathers and white ear lobes, while brown eggs are laid by red-feathered chickens with red ear lobes. When it comes to taste and nutrition value, there is no difference between white and brown eggs. Let's move to conclusion. Studies clearly showed that eating up to 3 whole eggs per day is perfectly safe. If you want to increase your protein intake, you can add more egg whites according to your body requirement. However, there is no evidence that going beyond 3 egg yolks is harmful. It is just uncharted territory, as it hasn't been studied yet. Some researchers have suggested that links between egg consumption and health problems can largely be explained by the lifestyles of heavy egg eaters, since they may also be more likely to eat foods that are unhealthy for the heart and less likely to exercise regularly. Eggs are pretty much nature's perfect food. On top of everything else, they are also cheaper than other protein food and protein supplements, easy to prepare, go with almost any food and taste awesome. However, our health does not depend on a single food. It is the total diet or overall eating pattern which is responsible for achieving good health. It is better to eat a varied diet rather than to concentrate on individual foods, which is the key for good health. So, how many eggs do you eat in your daily diet? And what do you think about eggs? Share your opinions down in comments. We will love to hear from you. If you like the video, then give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and ring the bell icon, to be the first to watch all the new videos. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, be happy.